there was a certain way actors were back in the day. But then I came and I made it look cool, like, because I was a cool guy before Nollywood. So I just brought a certain level of confidence and je ne sais quoi. And then, whether they admit it or not, everybody else now is using my playbook. It's not a smile. You found your clip.
Yeah, I don't like But this is the brand new year, 2026. What did you do getting into 2026?
And it was a fantastic year, 2025 for me. I was going in very, very optimistic about 2026. But then on the 1st of January, I found out that I lost my dad. So I really had to deal with this type of grief, before. I don't think any real close family had died. And it's actually even worse for me because me and him didn't have the best relationship.
Wow.
And that was one of the things that I wanted to really work on in 2026. I prioritized work so much that I should have been more available.
There's certain friendships or certain relationships you think back to that hurt the most, that you maybe lost in the midst of like working so hard.
Yeah, she's married now.
She's married now.
Married now. I don't know if you have more than one soulmate, but I'm convinced that was my soulmate. All she just wanted me to do was just be present. Yeah. But what I realize now is that money is like just one out of like many things that matter.
What do you think is the issue with men and love?
First of all, there's too many options. So people are just like, am I sure I'm picking the right person? And people now start to get distracted.
Do you ever think about, having your own family?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're not going to make that mistake again, leave her again.
No, she'll be priority. She'll be priority.
Really? Today's conversation is not about headlines or hot takes. It's about how men experience love, vulnerability, and connection, especially in a world that rewards status, attention, and emotional distance. My guest today is Timini Egbuson, one of the most recognizable faces of his generation and an actor whose presence has helped shape how Nollywood sees modern love stories and, to be honest, stories in general. But beyond the screen is also a man navigating fame, expectations, and emotional growth in real time. Now, this conversation isn't about characters or performances. It's about the man the season is in and what love looks like from here. Now, this isn't gossip. Timini is not gossip. It's culture. Timini, welcome to Jay on Air. So good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate it.
So let me say that before we even start, you said I should not ask you nonsense questions. What did you mean by that?
Because, I'm just joking. I just wanted to show off your feet. But I like the setup. I like the show. I've watched a couple of interviews, a couple of sessions and stuff, and I really like what you're doing. Like
appreciate
African Jay Shetty.
Hey, stop it. I like it. What is the craziest question you've had, or you've been asked during an interview, and then you just like, what?
Honestly, I don't do interviews anymore.
Why?
Because it just never really comes. It never really gives the artist any relevance or any. It doesn't bring anything good to the artist. It just helps you guys most of the time.
Wow, really?
So yeah. Because what do I gain? You guys look for something that you can clip that will make them drag the person. And
not you guys now.
But you are different. That's why I'm here. Obviously, there's a few people. There's a few of you in the Nigerian, entertainment space that I would actually happily sit down with because you can actually drive a real conversation and not just hope for like a scandalous line.
Let me look for my scandalous question.
I know you have. No, but that's why you don't even have to write them down. You're so good. But what's the craziest question I've been asked? I think at the time somebody asked me if I had slept with any actresses and who, and I was like, huh?
Even if you had, would you say that?
How would I ever do that? And I haven't. You get?
Even you said just so we are clear, I haven't. But this is the brand new year, 2026. What did you do getting into 2026? 31st first. Were you in church? Where were you?
No, I logged in online. And I joined my church service. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go through the craziness of the traffic and all of that. Yeah. And it was a fantastic year, 2025 for me. Yeah. I was going in very, very, optimistic about 2026. But then on the 1st of January, I found out that I lost my dad. So I kind of the positive energy kind of just went a bit downhill, and then I used the next few days to kind of like recuperate, and I'm currently still dealing with it.
Yeah, you've not really spoken about that. So this is the first time I'm really hearing you say that. Your dad passed.
Yeah.
So when was he sick before?
Yes, he was sick.
Yeah.
He was sick, kind of like but we were hopeful.
Yeah.
And then he died. It's just so sad. Honestly, I've never really had to deal with this type of grief. Before. I don't think any real close family
Member
had
passed
died.
on.
And it's actually even worse for me because me and him didn't have the best relationship.
Wow.
And that was one of the things that I wanted to really work on in 2026.
Yeah.
And then what's even crazier is that you have to go straight into work because that's one of the things that death teaches you, that life goes on, So I have my movie I'm trying to promote.
Yeah. And then
I have to be making these happy videos. I have to be making appearances.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm literally burning inside. But,
And I think that this conversation is really hard for me because my dad is really sick as well.
Oh.
And he has been sick for like most part of like 2025. And he's somebody that I've always known to be strong and healthy. And just to see somebody that, strong and healthy need help, so much. That's like the hardest thing.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, bro.
Yeah.
God give you the strength. And all just make all the memories that you can make and just, make sure that you're there and as present as possible. Don't let entertainment and the life and the paper chase, take you away from that. So what you can do, just do. Because honestly, I had opportunities.
Yeah,
but last year I was so swamped with work.
Yeah.
And I prioritized work so much that I should have been, more available.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm gonna have to deal with that.
When I think about last year, I was in, your cinema debut.
Yes, Real Love.
Real Love.
Thank you so
Fantastic movie. It was just so clean, just so beautiful. But is it just me? But I feel like you took some time off social media. Like,
yes.
After that time.
No, I didn't take some off acting. I took time off cinema acting after Real Love. Like I started focusing more on YouTube.
Okay.
And then as regards social media, I feel like with social media as well, I kind of just lost my ginger because nothing was really motivating me. I've been doing this back and forth, I've been doing it for a long time, almost over a decade, So it's almost like I just lost the ginger. So if I didn't genuinely feel like creating content, I wouldn't. Like I wouldn't just create content for the sake of it, because I have nothing else to prove.
What was the reason though? Why would you take some time off cinemas to, do YouTube, especially with the many, many conversations people talk about, YouTube actors, YouTube is not all of that, YouTube, da, da, da. Why was it like a decision you decided to take on management, or how did that work for you?
Me and my own management like this.
Yes.
Now they make my decisions. But it was just very more spirit-led. I don't really like to overplan and over try to structure my career. But I felt like if there was anybody that could really make YouTube cool, it would have been me. Like, because I regret actually not joining YouTube earlier on. I'll have made so much more money as an actor, but I was really focused on the image. I remember people telling me then that YouTube is raz, and I just think about it. I'm like, But it's the most sensible platform to put your content on because of the fact that everybody around the world can access it, without paying any charges. You don't have to worry about licensing. You don't have to worry about distribution. All you have to do is just connect with your fans, and so it just made sense.
Yeah.
And ever since I joined that, I started to enjoy acting even more because I was taking on crazier roles. I was introducing myself to fresh, diverse audiences, and it's just been very refreshing financially.
Financially.
It's just been very refreshing financially, and also. A lot of times in the beginning of my career, I was really in competition mode. I was just trying to prove.
So you agree that you're in competition mode because there was a lot of that conversation around. You was it? Why were you in competition mode? Was it yourself or what people were saying?
No. So at first of all, I needed people to take me seriously as an actor because the first thing that I had to deal with in my career was going out of my sister's shadow.
Yeah.
The great legendary Dakori.
Yes. Everybody in the background, please clap.
Guy, clap. That's the boss right there. But then I overcame that, and then I now needed to also be, because of my looks, and I was a certain age, but I looked like a baby.
Yes.
So I now started to fight to get serious roles. So that was also competition, right?
Yeah.
Fighting. And then when I got there, I now wanted to be accepted. I don't want people to know that I was the baddest, I was the freshest, I was the richest. I'm the baddest.
Yes.
You get.
He's having the bad. Yes.
But I really wanted to prove to people, and then I got my AMVCA, got my Future Award. I was just ha. And then later on, I just realized that there's really nothing to prove. Honestly, number one and number two, you stop to enjoy the little wins when you're always looking or chasing for that big one or that validation. So I kind of just took a step back and just started to do what I enjoyed. I started to work with filmmakers that I wanted to help. Filmmakers that I felt like needed me on their platforms, stories that I felt like a certain audience needed to hear. I needed to see someone that is a reputable face tell it so that they can believe it even more. And I just started to do things for me. And which brings us even back to the love, which is now giving me an opportunity to even relax a little bit more and find love. And even if I found love, nurture it. Because the way I was back in the day, like there was no space for a relationship, because I'm just like trying to be on the next set, trying to be on the next banger, blah, blah, blah. What day are you free? I'll literally tell them if I'm finishing a shoot on the 16th of February and they ask me what day I'm free, I'm telling them I'm free on the 17th. Like, let's go.
So you're just doing back to back to back.
If you see my calendar, bro. So I was burning out. I was losing out on friendships. Relationships that I had were getting weaker because I wasn't just present, And what I thought was, that the job and the money was the most important thing. But like with losing people, with growing older, with seeing mistakes other people have made, you start to realize that that's like the most trivial thing. Like what's most important is the people that are in your life, the people that can share the sadness and the happiness and the wins and the losses.
When you think back to that, are there any these certain friendships or certain relationships you think back to that hurt the most? That you maybe lost in the midst of like working so hard, and you just wish you could have like a do-over of those things?
Yes. I mean, yes, she's married now.
She's married now.
She's married now, but I'm convinced that was like I don't know if you have more than one soulmate. But I'm convinced that was my soulmate. You get me?
Really?
Like, there was nothing wrong. All she just wanted me to do was just be present. But I expected her to understand because in my mind it's like, what's up? Like, how are we going to feed? How are we going to, Well, yeah.
Well,
she found somebody else.
Yeah, that was more. That was present. Are you one of those guys that just believes that money is the thing, or at the time maybe that is changing now, that you just need to make money? That once you make money and you are just showing your babe love with the money, that she's going to understand.
I mean, I still think money is the thing, but what I realize now is that money is like just one out of like many things that matter. You listen to what she needs. Are you there for her? Are you present? Like, are you actively present? When she's telling you about her own day, like, are you actually listening? Are you remembering? Are you, taking note of what she likes, what she wants? Those are things that are important because guess what? Anybody can have money. In Lagos, in Nigeria, a lot of riffraffs have money. So if all you're trying to, and guess what? They even have more money than you. So if what you're trying to do is focus on the money, first of all, you attract the wrong set of people. Even if you have the right person, like you push her into being a money conscious person because in her mind now that's all that will require for her to be loved. And then you end up alone because you're competing with people that probably have more money than you. There's so much more. If all you can bring to a relationship is money, then you're a very shallow man. And I've learned that. And I'm working on other things, for me, communication was like the biggest issue that I had in my past relationship because of my busy schedule, because of my selfish mentality at the time, because I just was like, okay, what's up with me? Like, but there's been a reshift. Because one thing you need to learn how to do is you need to, as a man, as a human being, you need to be able to track back and notice when you've been messing up. And some people, they know they are wrong, but because they've been so, serious about it and so adamant about it, they would now rather die before they admit. But me, I said something 5 years ago. That's not what I think anymore. I'm sorry, that's not who I am anymore.
Are there certain things that, you said that you can remember that you said years ago and then you stood by it at the time, and now that you're in a different headspace, you're like, no, I don't stand by that anymore.
My memory is not
Your memory is good. You're a young man.
Yes. Hallelujah. When I woke up this, or having a conversation, someone was like, oh, how are you going to be? How old are you? And I was like, I'm going to be... I was about to say it. I was like, how did I get here? Like, what? It's crazy.
A lot of people don't believe that you are the age that you are.
I am. I'm going to be 40 next year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What's
Have
your
you
secret?
ever seen a 39-year-old man looking this good? Don't play.
But are you actually excited? We'll go back. But are you excited to be 40 next year?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm 40, right? But I feel like I've lived for 70 years and I look 25. I don't know how to explain that. I'm very excited. I've done so much. I've had so much fun. But I've made mistakes. I've learned. I've grown. I've impacted. And I feel like I'm in a good place. So in my 40s, I don't even feel, and that's a good thing. Like apart from the fact that I don't remember since once, and my hearing's a bit fucked up now. But like apart from all of that, like I do not feel 40. Like I feel so young. I still have so much in me to give in so many different industries.
Yeah. What do you think has changed so far about you in this last 39? Well, I know you're 40. In this last 39 years, the person that you were at the time when you got into the industry, where you were tagged and still tagged the lover boy and bad boy T. What are certain things that you think have changed about you? Like you yourself are like, Timini, you've changed though.
I really used to be the life of the party. Like I really used to be outside. I really used to be bad boy T.
It was not just a name.
It wasn't just a nickname.
It was a real
like,
thing.
Bro, I'm bad. Like if something was so bad when I'm on set. Sometimes we're done like in Nollywood. Sometimes we shoot into the night. I have my clothes for the club in the car. Like even if we finish at 3 a.m.
I
go
still
still
going.
touch almost like as if I don't enter that club that night, they won't have a good night. And then the next morning, 8 a.m. I'm on set. People are like, how do you do it? People must have like, oh, you live a double life, blah blah blah. I was really just trying to be that guy. But now I'm more laid back. Not coming from a place of performativeness, but like just coming from a place of like just genuinely just wanting to just observe and people watch. And all of that. Also, I've taken a lot of more responsibilities. Before I was just an actor. Now I'm an EP, I'm an investor, I'm a producer, I'm a casting director, I write stories, and all of that also brings a certain level of alertiveness that you need to be on the project. Like before, I would just come. It was a flex for me. Like I didn't even read the script. I never read the script. What's in it? Give me the vibe. But now I'm more detailed because I realize that the movies that you do, that's your body of work, and that's what's going to live after you. So I can't be explaining to people that that day I was high, Joe. I don't remember everything I do. So that and many other ways.
Yeah. So you're looking at the bigger picture. It's not just like a small
100%,
side of things that you're looking at now.
100%.
I mean, let's go back to the name. You being tagged like Bad Boy T and Lover Boy of Nollywood. How did that affect you in any way? How you just saw yourself and how you saw things and how you interacted with women, for example? Did you feel like you had to live up to that name when you had to meet with
No,
people?
I don't feel like I had to live up to it because that's who I was. You get like one thing about me is like I'm very unapologetically me, and anywhere that you meet me on my journey is where you've met me. You get like, and that's who I am. So that's how I'll give you. So I was never really trying to be like anybody or trying to be. It was just who I was. But it happened to be that there were not a lot of people that were that expressive in my industry. In the music industry, yes, maybe.
Was expected, yeah.
It was expected. They were given the liberty, but there was a certain way that an actor. I don't know. A certain way an actor used to be, or there was a certain way actors were back in the day. Just actors were not allowed to do some certain things. You probably know you see actors in some certain social settings. It was just almost like as if all the actors just came from the East and were just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then I came and I made it look cool, like because I was a cool guy before Nollywood, like from Unilag. I was, in the club when I was a club boy, club chief of in excess. Like I've always been that guy. So I just brought a certain level of like confidence and je ne sais quoi into Nollywood.
You really just
space.
brought yourself, really.
Yes. And then, whether they admit it or not, like everybody else now is using my playbook. Like it's not a why are you smiling? You found your clip.
Yeah, the one that is smiling. I found we zoomed into you. We just like, everybody zoom.
But it is what it is, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's cute. It's cute.
I'm not saying anything now.
You don't have to say anything.
So speaking of my clip, right? I mean, since you're the one that brought it up, remember when you were on the show, the Ebuka show, where you guys had to take Africa and all of that?
Yeah.
So a lot of people were still asking themselves, was that true reality TV? Were you guys just being yourselves with the fight and whatever happened in between, or were you guys just reality TV?
We're being ours, but the thing is, the kind of guys that we're already all established with strong personalities.
True.
So we're being ourselves 100%. Maybe a little bit exaggerated. And the thing about me is that because I'm a film guy, they paid me a lot of money to be on that show, right?
Okay.
So and it's a show about 5 guys or 6 guys no girls involved. You know, I knew that I had to also almost like amplify my reactions so that it's an interesting show. I put it to you that a lot of people still feel like that's the most interesting reality show that they've watched out of Africa. It was just guys, you know. But also it was real. Like me and Zubi, my brother from another mother, that was realness. Like that was us teaching each other.
Did you guys have a relationship before then?
Yeah, we worked together on Omogeto. Okay. But honestly, I still thank him. Every time I see him, I'm like, guy, thank you, because our little rift. I mean, I won't say like we're not fight. Like when we cut the cameras, we're guys, we bring out whiskey and we drink and laugh about it. Like, this guy, but your mouth no good, that type thing. But also, I went back and I'm like, this is really, he had some points, you know. And I'm sure he too also went back and said, you know what, this Timini had some points. And that's even more of what put me into the YouTube space even more when I got back, because I'm like, you know what, this guy made a point. I've done maybe 80 movies. I've been the hottest actor on box office for years, you know. But there's a certain audience that I'm not reaching.
I don't know you.
You know, there's a certain audience that I'm not reaching. Would I rather have those people or have these people? And honestly, I would rather have the guys on the other side, because those are the real guys that will really ride for you and really go hard and like, you know. So I started to network towards the fans and less towards the producers and towards the, you know, directors.
Like this branding and image thing, yeah.
Because those guys want me to be on their project because they know what I bring. What I bring is the eyes that I bring to the project. So what I need to focus on as an actor is getting more eyes on my side, and that's kind of like what I've been doing.
Amazing. I mean, let's talk about love, because you know, I mean, you have become, you are taking over Valentine. You've done it last year, you're doing it this year, so it looks like this is something that is going to keep on keeping on, and you've been around for quite a while. What do you think is the issue with men and love in this day and age, or in your time here on earth? What do you think is the issue? Because, you know, you go online today, tomorrow, you go on many podcasts, you see the same thing. Men are not this, men are not doing that, men are not doing it. What do you think the issue is, at least based on your view?
I feel like a lot of people are distracted. You know, social media has opened up, you know, the floodgates, and there's so many options. There's so many, or you know, you look here. The thing is, Instagram now, you check a picture and you see your spec, and you spend 3 minutes. What am I saying? 3 minutes. You spend 1 minute on her page, right? And then you go to your explore. Your explore will show you that same spec. You now show like 25 of them. You know, so it's a thing where, first of all, there's too many options. So people are just like, you know what, am I sure I'm picking the right person? And people now start to get distracted. Number two, I feel like in conversations about what you like and what you don't like and your non-negotiables and all of that, people are not as honest as they should be. Because they feel like they know what the other person wants to hear. So if I'm lying to you and you're lying to me at the beginning stage just because we all want to be like politically correct, when the relationship now starts getting into the meat of it, or how long can you keep that lie up for? You know, there's so many people that like so many different things. If you like people, I don't know, what's a stupid example now? Like people biting your ear. There's one other girl there that loves biting people's ears. You get like, so you need to just be as confident and as honest with yourselves, even in the beginning stage. I feel like if people do that, then there'll be a lot less heartbreaks and disappointment. What do you think? Because you like say this is supposed to be broadcast. You don't put out for my body. I want to hear what you think as well.
What I think, I don't know, man. I think that, you know, men are too, I think you had said it at the beginning, is just been about money. You know, about just hustling, and so we're not investing in other aspects of our lives. You know, we have men that often say, as long as you have money, you don't have to look good like that. A woman will love you that way, right? You don't have to communicate. You know, she's going to be there as long as money is being supplied. And I think a lot of men, which is not a bad thing, money has to be made. Let's be honest, man or woman, right? But I think that we're concentrating too much on that, and we're not building ourselves. We're not communicating. We're not working on ourselves physically, mentally. You know, our past. Why did you? But just being honest, you know.
Yeah.
I made a video yesterday, right? And I just said, man, I'm coming for you this year. We need to work on our bodies. Because if you go to the gym now, yes, we have a lot of men in the gym.
The women are going
hard.
But
the women are going hard in the gym. And what some women are even carrying,
I can carry.
You know, I mean, I can carry, you know.
You know you're closer to the ground, so like it's easier for you to...
But I'm just saying, so you go to the gym, women are having the bodies are amazing, but it's not the same with the men. You say woman with a nice body, the man she's with, not the same.
And it still boils down to the fact that men are just grinding like, oh, big, six-pack help.
Yeah. But apart from six-pack, you know, I think it's just like a health thing.
Yeah.
I think that when a time where, you know, I feel like, you know, there's been a lot of exposure to what women are going through, but not what men are going through. Mental health, you know, even our bodies, you know, what we take in. At the end of the day, I think it's more than six-pack. There's
even a certain level of alertiveness that you have when you step out of the gym after going like 30 minutes, an hour on the treadmill. Yeah. You're refreshed and you're starting your day. You know, and definitely, men, I'm catching my own self. Please drag me if there's anything. Let me know, because for me, it's something that I definitely want to, you know, go back into, you know, because, Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, we've spoken about, you know, movie last year. I was in that, Real Love last year. Fantastic movie.
Thank you. Fantastic acting as well.
Thank you. You know, that's how I almost won the Oscar for that, you know. But I just you didn't see my nomination, supporting actor.
I saw it.
But I didn't, because it's your movie.
You didn't want to overshine me. You know, that's why I didn't cast you in this one.
That's the truth. Why didn't you cast me in this one? I just saw Love and I'm like, what is happening here? I thought we had a connection.
A contract. Record label.
I thought we had a contract.
For me, I was very particular about the casting of this film. You know me, I
By the way, it's Love and New Notes.
Yes, Love and New Notes coming out on the 13th of February. I had the story and I was like, you know what, okay, it has to be XYZ, it has to be, you know, Sophie Alakija. Fun fact, we were not even speaking at the time. Like, me and Sophie were like best friends back in the day, if you know.
Okay.
Like, but life had kind of happened. We kind of had a misunderstanding. But when I read the story,
you knew she was the one for it.
I was like, yo, Sophie, how far? Road there, you go act.
So you say that, no, you didn't block each other?
No, we didn't block each other, but we're not following each other. I just followed back on Snapchat yesterday. Wow. In fact. But as Alpha,
that's another clip, by the way. But
yeah, that's my girl still. I'm like, Alpha, you go walk. She said you the Chris. I go walk. Let me know. You know, that's the vibe, and that brought us together. You know, and everything else. Odunlade, Daddy Odunlade, you know, Center. Enela Badmos, you know, everybody that was on the project. Kamo State, who is the next best thing in Hollywood. He's the current best thing, actually, according to box office records. He's the most bankable actor for 2025. Amazing. You know, big ups to you, Kamo. But also, he's now still going so crazy, and he's so talented. Like, he's the one that I gave the role that I could have given you, and I do not regret it, because like, he's actually really funny.
You're supposed to lie and say, I regret it, but Kamo did a good job.
I'm sorry. I see that TikTok.
But I love you. Kamo is my guy, so you know. I mean, we have to spread the love.
Yes. And you're doing okay with this podcast.
I'm doing great.
You're doing fantastic.
I'm doing great.
One of the most eloquent,
you know,
guys in the space, bro. You just came. I know. When did you start? When did you? Because honestly, for me, it seemed like you just came from nowhere. Like,
I know. To a lot of people, it feels like I came from nowhere. But I've been on radio. I've been in the media for like 12 years.
Okay. But I think I must have come to your, for like an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when did you start? Are there any other red carpet hosts in Nigeria?
I mean,
I don't think so.
They are.
I don't think there are any other premier hosts in Nigeria. I promise you.
They are.
You killed them.
Do you know funny thing? Last year, so there were some premieres I was supposed to do. I was actively giving it to other people.
Make you not be like, say...
Because it became like, I was...
And you know why? You're so good. And see, I mean my mouth not normally good.
We need the clip.
But you're actually so good at this P. Because there's a way you connect. Like me, I can never... When they call me for hosting gigs back in the day, I said 40 million. I hated hosting. I still hate hosting because it takes a lot of, but you connect with everybody. Yeah. You don't look at us like we're celebs or like, do you ever get nervous or anything like that? Honestly.
I mean, I do get nervous.
Bro, you hide it perfectly well.
Thank you very much. We can end the interview there, Abby.
Yeah. There's a gun. I don't know if you can see his hand, but there's a gun pointing at me.
Let's go back to, Love and You Know. So who sent you the story? Did you write the story? How did you come about it?
So my partner Kayode,
Kasum.
Yeah, Kayode Kasum, like me and him are now
Yes. Oh, he's giving Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan.
That's us. That's us. Perfect. Okay. But they just have more money. But yeah, we did Real Love last year. It was a fantastic film. So this year we're like, okay, what do we want to do? I said, you know what? I don't want us to do the expected love story because that's what everybody. First of all, February in the box office was not like a thing. For Nollywood. So we kind of opened it up. So okay, you know what? We've done something that normally doesn't happen. Top 10 highest grossing movies. Until some movies kicked us out of that. Hopefully we drag ourselves back inside.
This December, everyone was just like...
But yeah, so I said, you know, let's do something different. So this is a hybrid love story. It's a love story set in the 80s that has a little bit of horror, that has a little bit of drama, a little bit of thriller, and it's also an action film. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Like a mix of...
It's a mixture. That's what, when you say something, it's like a hybrid. So I know the job these guys is. Don't mind me.
Live by show.
I'll somehow that one could be another clip. So it was a nice one. So we just did that and put it all together so that when people come and look for a love story, they'll find the love story in it. But then, an art normally imitates life. And in life sometimes when you're trying to find love or when you're trying to get to that, ultimate peak of your love life, there's some things that come thrown in your way, like stumbling blocks. Sometimes it might be scary stuff. And that's kind of like what we did, and we picked a monumental time in Nigeria's history, which is when they changed new notes. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
That's all you're going to say?
Yeah, about that part of that's why it's Love and New Notes. But then, yeah, so it's a story that people watching, it'll be relatable, but also it'll be like, okay, Mado, like, we're not expecting this in February because we probably went with our, expecting kissing all through. That's not what this is. So you can go to my YouTube to watch that.
So I'm thinking, when people say they want to go back in time, like you said, this is set in the 80s, that can be scary for a lot of people because, apart from, even if your movie is set in 2005, Nigerians will come at you. They'll be like, this car present there? How were you guys able to, get this set up together? Did that worry you at all?
Honestly, the house picked the story. The house we found in Ibadan picked the story. Now navigated us to where the story eventually went to. And the people that I work with, we might seem very scattered though, but we're also perfectionists. Mr. Movies, DP, he's like a music video director, music video cinematographer, but he is so meticulous and he is so good. So he, even if we're thinking as EPs and we're like, let's wrap it up, we don't need to take a crane shot, he's like, no, we should have. He doesn't care about the budget, Kayode as well too. Kayode is one of the people that one of the very few people that I feel like are more hardworking than me. In the industry, Kayode is a workaholic, but he wants to get it right because we also understand that, and we also understand that at the end of the day, we're only as good as the last movie that we put out. Real Love was fantastic, yes, but what are we doing next? So we all came together and decided that okay, we're not going to let them laugh at us about anything that has to do with production design. If they want to laugh at us about anything, let's just eliminate that one.
That part, yeah.
So to the cars, to the costume, the hair, shout out to Rex for the wardrobe department.
Are you going to Rex for Real Love too?
Say that again? Yes. Yeah. When I find a good team, I keep it. I don't really like to just shuffle things around. So basically the same production team from Real Love. Film One is a partner as well, and all of that. So we got it right on that extent, and everything else now kind of just started to, when you wear the clothes, you get into the character. We got a fantastic performance from Eniola Badmus. We're going to remind people that she's actually an OG, legend in the game. Odunlade as well just came and blessed me. I didn't deserve the love that he gave me. We're filming till 5 a.m., 6 a.m. sometimes. When you're expecting them to say, if at that point, we were like, if he says he's done, we'll just let him go. He's the one no, let's go. No. Oh, yeah, I did it. So I really appreciate you, and I'm forever in your debt.
Yeah. Why did you go back to, we all know that, Senator Badowski is a legend in the game, but why was it important for you to go back to her? There are people that are still acting actively in the industry. Was it the character that you saw, you were like, she's the only one that can pull this off, or did you have a conversation? What was that like?
No conversation. So the thing is, right, I'm very, very I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual.
Okay.
And the Holy Spirit told me that, her name was ringing in my head, like literally in the shower. I'm thinking about, what am I thinking about? I mean, she be my wife. Holy Ghost, talk to me type thing. But, he just kept on ringing and I saw her in the character, and we learned. And also what Eniola, because when you're talking about box office, it's different. It's a different ball game.
Yeah.
For you to be successful in the box office, you need to put some certain ingredients. We needed someone that had a master type of like following.
Yeah.
Almost on a Funke Akindele
level, yeah.
Almost on a anti-Funke Akindele level. She doesn't care about that, but just because she's a boss, a godmother, And I knew that, and she had the fan base to carry the film. She had the expertise, the Yoruba-ness of it all to carry the character that's supposed to. And I just knew that she was the only person that could. I mean, there were a few other people, but she was definitely my first choice, and I don't regret it. Same thing with Odunlade, same thing with, and another thing I try to also do in my films, I try to make sure that I bring in someone new and give them a serious role. From Real Love, from Real Love to all my films on YouTube. So I also got my friend, his name is Didon. He's a fighter, he's an influencer, he's a life coach, and I also brought him as well to give his own fresh take into the film, and everything came together really perfectly.
Amazing. So it's out on the 13th.
Out on the 13th of February. We'll probably do an advanced screening on the 10th, and then kind of just push it there. It's not even the easiest thing for me to do, honestly, because the film is on my back, and there's also the burden of what I'm dealing with as well. But life goes on, and I'm just hoping that when people watch it or when people see and understand what we've put into, because what I'm going through, and all that, they honestly open their hearts and their wallets to support the film.
Yeah. Is there going to be a premiere for the movie?
There is going to be a premiere.
When is the premiere?
I can tell them now.
Yeah, you can tell
on
them
the 8th
now.
of February. On the
8th of February. Yeah. Do you have a theme already?
I have an idea of the theme, but I don't know what it's going to be called.
Why can't you just say what you have?
No.
I feel like Nollywood people are stressing us these days.
No. It's a film set in the 80s.
So we have to wear something from the 80s?
Yes, 80s glam. Do you understand? You have all the outfits. I'm sure there's no theme that they will call that. If you don't open your wardrobe, you'll find it. So...
what are you trying to say?
You are the host now, so you have to look really good.
I'm the host. This is shocking to me. I'm the host of this.
Yeah, you're the host. Who else won't host them? Let me go host them.
I would think about it.
Maybe because they learn work.
I beg. I beg. That's the vibe.
Okay,
but that's amazing. I mean, we're excited to go see this movie when it comes out on the 13th, and of course the premiere, and of course the advanced screening. Going into the next year,
this year.
This year is already year. Okay. But we spoke about you being 40 next year. Are there certain things you want to wrap up in 2026 before you enter into that new phase of your life, or you feel like you don't think in that direction?
Yeah, no. Towards the latter, I'm just existing. I'm hoping to God to teach me, to show me new ways, to right my wrongs, and just do what I do best. I've never really tried. I've never really been one to over plan. Obviously there's some habits.
Yeah.
That we want to just keep to the side. But aside from that, it's just one of those things where we're just hoping to God to be a better version of who I am today, and that's all.
Yeah. Do you ever think about, having your own family?
Yeah. I mean, all the time.
All the time?
Yeah. It's something I'm looking forward to, but at the end of the day, it's in God's hands. When He pushes me to the right situation, and when we are both ready,
Yeah, and you're not going to make that mistake again. Leave her
alone. No. No, she'll be priority. She will be priority.
Really? Say she's priority. Just say it. Help my show. Is she priority? That's what we're looking for. So, as we wrap up the conversation, are there any movies you saw last year that were like, wow?
A lot.
That you just enjoy? What movies did you really enjoy last year?
What's Daniel's film?
Okay, yeah, The Herd.
Yeah, The Herd was really good. I also saw guy, this memory thing is actually becoming a problem now. Take some ashwagandha.
Not ashwagandha.
What's the name of Obo's Kemi Adesibe's film?
To Kill a Monkey.
To Kill a Monkey. There were a lot of good films that came out. Real Love was fantastic.
It was alright. Not bad.
Miles Away from Home. I don't know if you saw that movie.
No.
Miles Away from Home that had it's on YouTube. Bimbo Ademoye.
Okay.
I think Timini Egbuson. They shot in Kutonu.
Okay.
It came back. One of the most successful movies on YouTube.
I really
that was
shout out
fantastic.
to the person that styled you for that movie, the costume. I mean,
Yeah,
you
look
were
like
really
struggle.
giving.
Yeah,
it looked
I
like
like to
struggle.
do that. Sometimes when I see roles, because I'm so fresh, right? Sometimes when I get a certain type of script,
Yeah.
I by myself, I
Yeah.
kind of have to go. So I cut my hair,
Yeah.
give one roadside barber to really just mess up the hair, the hairline. I really immersed myself. I was working barefooted all through. Like I really wanted to feel dirty and like, you know, and that. Also,
So you're
I
a
launched my
method
channel.
actor.
Not really, Good the method actor for Nollywood.
So you also launched what?
Yeah, I also launched my YouTube.
Okay.
Watched Timini TV, put on my first film in December. It did really, really well. And you know, I'm going to be doing a lot more on that, for myself, so that I can tell my type of stories and I can put people on as well. So then I can give you a role for sure.
But I won't. You know, you're not exactly putting me on. You know, but you're gonna pay me what I'm worth, right?
Exposure.
I've increased my rent.
Exposure don't be pay rent. So I saw on Twitter. I saw today that someone said they put his rent from 8 million. Bizzo actually said that.
Yeah.
They moved his rent from 8 million to 25 million.
These people are crazy. They're just, and it's almost like you need to hide that you're a public figure because they just feel like, a public figure.
But guess what? You're probably easier for you to actually get the house. You know, I know a lot of female friends that when everyone talking about that, you spend time fighting to find a house. You find the house, the landlord doesn't want you. Like one first landlord, second landlord, third landlord. It must be so annoying. But if they hear that it's a J on air, they'll be like, you know, but they need. I mean, everybody needs to have. This is something that everybody should have access to. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So let's talk music. Are you into music? Do you listen to a lot of music or?
Yeah.
Not so much.
Not so much, honestly.
You've never really been into music.
I have, but like my schedule doesn't really allow me.
What does your schedule allow you to? What's something that you do? Because I feel like for movies, is your
tennis.
Work. Tennis.
Yeah.
When did you get into tennis?
Like 3 years now.
3 years.
Yeah.
It helps you to like lower back pain and all that.
Yeah, that one has gone. What I have now is knee pain. But honestly,
when did you start? This
knee pain.
Yeah.
Like last year.
I mean, you're really getting closer.
Bro, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. My hearing is messed up, like I said earlier. Like, you know, I actually have hearing aids.
Wow.
But I didn't bring them out because I don't look like a grandpa.
It didn't fit the look.
It didn't fit the aesthetic. But I'm going to make it cool this year. Sorry.
You just bedazzle it and stuff.
Yeah, no, you bedazzle your hair. Your high heel boots.
Do you think you're gonna do? Oh, don't come for my boots. So those
Why
I got to cut this. To wrap up on this conversation, do you think you're going to do like a big party next year and stuff?
Oh yes, for sure. There's so much to celebrate. Like there's so much to celebrate. God keep me alive. God keep us in good health. I never had a big party.
But you think you're going to do it?
Yeah, I'm going to do a big party. I'm going to be celebrating, announcing some other things that I've achieved, that I've kind of like kept on the wraps, and hopefully I'll be dancing with my wife and my 3-month-old baby.
Yeah. When is your birthday?
10th of June.
10th of June. Okay. I know. Are you going to be at Bisola's birthday party?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to shoot tomorrow, but I'll find a way to be there. Are you hosting it as well?
No, I don't host everything, Timini.
Okay.
but I'm going to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
It is.
Fun. Shout out to Bisola. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So to wrap up this conversation, which has
you
just
said that
been
like 5
chaotic.
times.
No, but I mean it now.
Yeah.
But in my former life, I was a pastor. In my former life, I was a pastor. And so when pastors say, they want to wrap up, they don't actually wrap up, right? So, but I'm wrapping up now.
Okay, perfect.
You've done a lot of things. You've achieved so many things. You've evolved. I feel like, you've proven a lot of people wrong over the years. So many things have been said about you. You've trended for right and wrong reasons. So much has happened. When you are done, when you feel like you've achieved all you want to achieve, what do you want Timini Egbuson to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for someone that lived life to the fullest, someone that impacted, his peers and the generation coming before and coming before him. I also just want to be someone that, lived a good life. When they say whatever this guy learned about, at the end of the day, he was a good person. Like, he was light. And people that get to know me, like, I understand misconceptions and all of that. and that's understandable. Not everybody likes rice. Imagine, but people that come close to me, everybody, like all the girls. I don't know about these guys. They've been frowning since, but like all the girls at the back, they've been listening to this interview and they've been smiling genuinely because they can feel the light, and that's kind of like what I want to spread. It's not really about what you gathered like materialistically or all of that. It's really about who you touch, like what lives you touch and stuff. I'm just trying to touch as many lives as possible, and yeah.
So why should people watch Love and You Know?
Love and You Know all across all cinemas nationwide on the 13th of February. It's not because of Love and You Know that I'm here. Normally, I'd have come even if I wasn't trying to promote my film. But I have a film to promote. So please watch. Also subscribe to my YouTube, watch Timini TV. Yeah.
Why are you promoting? You said you didn't come to promote anything, but you're also talking about...
Cut this part out, then.
Watch. But thank you so much for coming. This was a great conversation. Wish you all the success. Let me be in the movie next year.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
A pivotal character.
What's movie. That? That's a big word for you,
This was a great conversation. Thank you so much for for watching. I mean we just had like a light-hearted conversation, and Timini has done everything and is still doing. And I think that should inspire you to chase your dreams, no matter what people say, and it doesn't matter your age. You can still achieve things.
I'm out.
Thanks for watching, guys.